Libra, welcome to your intimate tarot reading. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to know why I read intimate tarot, specifically sexual energy, it will be outlined for you in the description box. Just as kind of a heads up, if you are someone who is sensitive around the topics of sexual energy, sexual identification, sexual exploration, I don't want you to watch this. Go ahead and pass it on up, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks when we resume our normal schedule, okay? I just don't want you to watch anything that would cause you conflict, because then you won't take anything from it. And that's true for all tarot, all right? So just to let you know. And for those of you who've been around and you know what to expect, welcome back. In the general sense, I look at sexual energy because I understand that it is part of who we are as individuals, and thus it stands to reason it can affect our relationships. Good, bad, somewhere in between, a little bit of both, all that. It's just but one more method to understand ourselves and what we contribute to our relationships and why. You know, that's it. Show me some of that Librian sexual energy, please. Show me that Librian sexual energy, please. And if intimate tarot, by the way, is a new concept to you altogether, but you're interested, you'd like to learn more, I have the intimate tarot videos outlined in playlists for everybody. Okay? There you go. What's going on, please? Show me what I need to see, please, for that Librian sexual energy. Show me what I need to see, please. For that Librian sexual energy. What's going on for Libra, please? We're going to briefly look at the past, present, and really focus on the next several months. Show me, Libra. What's going on? The Lovers, for some of you, strong connection. Could literally be Gemini, but for some of you, strong connection and contemplation. You think about it. Some of you blocked it. Still attraction there for some of you. What's going on? Some of that Librian sexual energy, please. What's going on? Take what resonates, leave what does not. Reverse energies as it applies always. What's going on? Recent past, the Emperor standing in your power, sexual energy. Ooh, that's large and in charge, isn't it? Oh, a lot of initiative in there, a lot of drive, a lot of focus. Discipline, too. Very disciplined with your sexual energy. Kind of proud of your sexual energy, too. I can kind of see why. King of Pentacles. It's a King, Queen of Pentacles and sexual energy. That's always a good thing in my book. That says we are very comfortable with ourselves, our body, our senses. Not surprised. You are, of course, ruled by Venus. I would feel more comfortable if I saw that earthy energy for you. But yeah, it strongly suggests I know myself, I know my sexual energy, and you're very disciplined about it. You're very much in control about it. Some of you take a great deal of pride in your bodies, particularly your strength. That's coming to very strongly. But yeah, disciplined. You're like, oh no, I have very strong desires, and I know that. I know myself very well, but I'm also very disciplined. I don't let it control me. I control it, right? Challenging. Oh, the hair font. Honey, stop it with all this energy. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this. That's a lot of masculine energy. It's not about the sex. It's not sex specific. It's about the energy. But yeah, that's a lot of masculine energy. You're just throwing it at me. The Hierophant is in the challenge. Oh boy, I don't know about that. Well, this is our higher sense of self. This is our spiritual self. Some of you don't know that you necessarily equate your sexuality with your spirituality. I don't know about that. It doesn't feel quite right. Perhaps you are just in a non-committed energy right now, or a non-committed space. You'd like to be. I don't know. And I also have some very strong energy. We have Aries as well as Taurus. It could be any of those. Who is surrounding you? Ace of Wands. Well, somebody's interested in you. Could be a new opportunity. Could be rekindling. I don't know. Their energy towards you feels broken. Okay. So, it feels broken. Oh no. Somebody's energy feels broken towards you. So that Ace of Wands, I'm interpreting that straight away as rekindling, possibly. Somebody who's still very much interested in you, someone who still holds the flame for you, someone who still holds passion for you, that kind of thing. In the Five of Pentacles, that's the physical energy. We are feeling the loss of this energy towards you. We're feeling disconnected from you. Okay? Their energy is separated from you. Okay, so this could be a commitment of some type, excuse me. That might be why the Hierophant's in the challenge position. Of a commitment that is no longer. I don't know. I really need to see that. In the challenge position with the Hierophant there, of course, the Hierophant, ultimately what it boils down to is yes or no. And that's where the commitment comes from. I either commit to something or I do not. This is where we get the permission element, yes or no. And the challenge here was getting permission. It's looking like, sexually speaking. To really commit to this situation, the person, the sex itself, or not to. Because you're telling me, honey, you could pack a lot, but you're also disciplined. You're also in control of your sexual energy. The Emperor made that clear straight away to me. And you have a very strong sense of sensuality. You have a very strong sense of this pleases me. This is my comfort zone. I know my body and I know it very well. And I don't just let that out for anybody. Right? A lot of discipline in there. Very controlled. It's interesting for you. Of course, your obligation is to weigh the scales, and I know you feel that pressure internally, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you are controlled with your energy like that. So that's interesting. You might have some damn strong Aries in your chart. But we, as far as I can tell, despite the fact that you have it in spades, okay, despite the fact that you have that energy in you in spades, okay, your sexual energy, you wouldn't commit to it. In other words, you wouldn't release it. You kind of stood firm in your power about that. Controlled it. You wouldn't let it out. You wouldn't give yourself permission, or permission was in fact the key issue here. Giving myself to somebody with permission. From either them, you, or the both of you. Let's keep going. Over the next several months, the devil, oh, do I have enough in here already? Do I have enough in here already, Libra? Oh my, no. I'm not, it's not like I'm saying it's funny. What I'm saying is, it's like things hit me in waves it's not just paper to me. I feel the energy. That's what intuition is. And it's the wave of sexual tension is stupid. Like it's so, so in terms of power, they're really, the sex drive, that sex tension, the fierceness of it, it's never so sharp as it is with the devil or the lovers. And to be honest with you, in sexual energy, they're not that too far apart. The lovers is the choice. I'm going to choose this person sexually, emotionally, spiritually. The devil is like a hyperactive version of that, except we can take it to a bad place, or it doesn't come together the way it's supposed to, because the drive is too strong and there's just too much fear surrounding it because the pull is so damn strong. Whereas the lovers is the acceptance of the energy. I take it, this is mine. The devil can become that, it becomes a greedy thing, or a toxic thing, or a possessive thing, because we're not understanding where the feeling's coming from. Or someone just could be straight up a sex addict. I don't think that's the case, because I'm seeing a lot of control and permission things here. And then the Queen of Swords, that's you. And then we have the Page of Cups. Interesting. Interesting. Just, there's a little message in here. It feels soft and it feels shy. I would typically default to small amount of heart space, but it's feeling like a very shy, tentative message. There's apprehension surrounding it. But it is sweet, and it's small. It looks like it's being directed at you. It might be from this person. I need to figure out what that... honey, I got to figure out who all these people are. It's not all these people, it's all this energy, honey. It's a stew pot of energy. Oh my goodness. Okay, your sexual strengths, Ace of Pentacles. I know what I'm worth. As I've seen for you, for your past several readings. Very good. I always like to see consistency in readings, even if the subject matter's different. So the Ace of Pentacles, I know what I'm worth. Straight away. Boom. Emperor. King of Pentacles, I know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. With me, I know what I'm worth. I got a lot. And I'm real. I'm legit. I know what I'm worth. I know what my sex is worth. I know what my time, energy, and effort is worth. I'm a whole person, and I can either give it unto you or I will not. Right? Obstacles. The love. Ace of Cups. Whew. Ace of Swords. You got aces in future, honey. 3 aces. I can tell you how this is going to go down right now. You actually have 4 aces. One of those aces is cut in half from their energy to yours. Blockage. And then we have 3 aces in the future. One is marked as an obstacle. The love. The love here, the expression of it, the development of it was always the issue between you and this person. You have a lot to offer. Okay? You just have a lot to offer. As a person, and also through your sex. You are very sexually competent. You've told me that many, many times. You've also told me you're not afraid of sex. You also told me, however, I'm in control of it. It does not control me. It doesn't matter how strong the feelings are. It's not going to happen without permission. Now, on whose side of the fence, I don't know. Perhaps both. But I do know this. Love and the expression of it, the feelings specifically, seem to be the prominent issue here. Without love, there is no access. Ace of Swords. Truth. What that truth is, I don't know. I can say this, like I said, I went off track there. I do that. You have to excuse me. You have the opportunity, just on your baseline, I can tell you this right now. You can either reconnect with this person or you will choose new. Those are literally the options. There is an opportunity to reconnect with this person, I believe, unless one of you distinctly said it's over. But you also have the opportunity for new. That's written here several times. Your energy is strong, it's self-willing, it's self-propelled, it knows itself. I have every reason to believe, honey, if you wanted new, you could choose it. You also have the opportunity, I believe, to rekindle with somebody. I see what looks like a tentative message coming your way. And it looks like it's in the form of something to do with the heart. And it's small, so it's manageable. Let's get into it. Lots of masculine energy here today. So that kind of tells me, not that I'm trying to knock on men, but when I see that level of masculine energy here, we're talking pride, we're talking ego, that kind of thing. So both genders have pros and cons, and I'm seeing a lot of strong will here, a lot of pride, a lot of sense of I can stand in my power, I'm stubborn, I'm insistent, you know. And there's a huge thing here about the permission, yes or no. Can I give myself to this or will not give myself to this? Okay, let's do it. Show me the Emperor, please. Show me the Emperor, please. Show me the Emperor, please, for Libra sexual energy. Show me that Emperor, please, for Libras. Sexual energy, show me. It's like, I have the weirdest impression, Libra. Maybe it's not weird, but it's like, if you want it, you gotta say it. Maybe not be say, what am I? If you want it, you've got to claim it, you've got to own it, you've got to say, you've got to say, you've got to say. I don't know where that's coming from. If you want it, you have to claim it. 6 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, double fucking, what the hell? Okay, 6 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Hermit. Oh, I'm so tired. The energy's so much, Libra. The energy's so much. Taurus twice, Virgo, Aries, Capricorn. Oh, you got a thing for their signs too, huh? I don't blame you. I got that earthy sensual thing going on, honey. Nobody can help that. But that stubbornness and the slowness, right? And, oh, God, I don't know who is who anymore. Figure it out. That's all I'm going to tell you, honey. Figure it out. The Emperor, Six of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Hermit. Okay. Okay. I have two strong-willed people that connected in a certain state of balance. Six of Pentacles, right? Back and forth. What that looked like sexually between you two, I don't know, but I can tell you this much. You were both stiff. And I don't mean like that, although one of you might have been. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The sexual tension could be cut with a fucking knife between you two. So there was a good chance. Yeah. Okay. It was like that. Oh my goodness. Two very strong-willed people. Okay. Two commanding, stubborn, strong-willed, but beautiful people. And I do say, you are beautiful. The both of you are very beautiful people. I think you both in your own rights in the real world are very respecting, very commanding. I don't think either one of you are used to being argued with. I am going to go ahead and take a strong guess that the both of you in reality, you're both kind of in charge of your lives. You're always at the forefront of everything. I believe the both of you, you're the types of people where everyone looks to you to solve their problems. That's just how the energy is coming across. So when I'm emphasizing a heavy notes of responsibility attached to you, that's exactly what I'm saying. You're both showing me strength of will, strength of character. You're both showing me stubbornness, and I'm standing in my power. The both of you. Okay, let's make that clear. And it's kind of like your two wills could not figure out how to soften up towards each other. Like, who's going to bend the knee? And by bend the knee, in this sense, I'm saying who's going to say, I'm moving towards this, or I want this, or I'm claiming this, because oh God, this is why I hate it when the Hierophant's in the challenge position. It could mean so many things. Someone's not comfortable with sex. I've already ruled that out for you. I've already ruled that out for you. I've already ruled it out. But that doesn't mean the other person isn't. It could be that someone can see sex only as a one-way street, i.e. commitments and or marriages only. That could apply to both of you. It could be that one or both of you are in commitments, and that's why the sexual tension is so strong, but also not coming together like that. It's like I'm on my side, I'm on their side. Do you see what I'm saying? I've already been shown so much upper level energy for both of you as individuals, never mind when you're together. And then I'm getting a swirl of energies between you that says responsibility, steadfast, discipline, control. I have bigger things to think about that go beyond this interaction I'm having with this person. So the both of you are double stamped: responsibility, discipline, rules, permission. The both of you. So this is some serious shit. Okay? Somebody here distinctly said, mind your business. The Hermit, healing with that Hierophant energy, cool it down. It doesn't mean all that. Keep yourself and your convictions at the forefront at all times. Be traditional. Be loyal. Be committed to thyself. Okay. And you're both kind of giving off, again, that heavy sense of responsibility. I'm in control and I'm in demand. Do you see how complicated this is? Okay. And yet, between you two, Six of Pentacles. How you doing? Always good to see you. It's been a while. Yeah, let's get a coffee. Let's go get a coffee. And The surface presentation of your 3D world is super simple. What's going on between you is, like I said, a whirlpool of energetic activity. Heavy notes of commitment here. So again, I can't rule it out that one or both of you are... It just... The reason why I don't think you two are together, like as in a commitment together, is because A, they're telling me they're already broken from it with you, and that B, the commitment thing was already under question. The permission element. Let's keep on. So if this isn't yours, don't take it. Oh, we gotta dig. Okay. And that's why I'm here. I'm trying to figure it out. So, you had big energy with somebody, but for the both of you, it was reserved. Heavily reserved. This like goes beyond Four of Pentacles, which is just straight up withholding. But this is reserved, cautious. I'm responsible, you're responsible. We're our best selves. Okay. I'm disciplined in control. Yeah, so am I. Ah, then that means we can meet comfortably at a Six of Pentacles. Cool. Something like that. Some of that King of Pentacles, please. But when you are yourself and when you are comfortable, you're actually quite expressive physically with somebody. When you're comfortable, because that King, Queen of Pentacles, it's all about the comfort. So when you are comfortable with a partner, you express yourself no problem. None whatsoever. That's why I'm having a hard time understanding the permission element. So that tells me there's a lot of complexity here. Some of that King of Pentacles, please. Some of that King of Pentacles, some of that King of Pentacles, some of that King of Pentacles, please. I don't even know who is who at this point. Okay, reverse energies as it applies. There's the energy complexity between you two is real. All right, Seven of Pentacles, slow growing. Knight of Pentacles, slow, slow, slow. The moon. Ah. Okay. There's how you two were meeting in reality, and then there was going on underneath. Okay. All right. There's how you two met in reality. You and I are connecting in the real world, and we're responsible, we're disciplined. We got this. Underneath that, under the moon, and it is moon energy, we were slowly connecting with this person. Slowly, and I mean slowly. Connecting with this person, I mean slow. As the glaciers move. We're talking months to years of connecting with this person in a way that suggests neither one of you was really kind of moving in this direction. Yes, you were. The both of you were moving in a particular direction. But on the surface, I'm me, you're you. We respect that. I'm disciplined, so are you. I'm strong-willed and responsible, so are you. So the responsible thing here is to be a Six of Pentacles. Right there. Where everybody can see it. Underneath that, you were growing more, however slow it was, increasingly comfortable with this person in terms of your sexuality, right? You started to feel more comfortable with them. And it took a long time to do it, but it was done so under the moon. And that's why it took so long, because privately, secretly, we were developing a stronger and stronger sense of inclination towards that person, no matter how practically you two were meeting on the surface. Okay. But the thing is, it didn't go over the line. Not that I could tell. It was headed in that direction, I believe. You felt your sexual energy becoming more comfortable with this person as time went by. How it expressed itself, I don't know, but it wasn't explosive and it wasn't obvious. Okay. But you were slowly warming up in that direction, and I believe they were too. Okay. So, let's check out Mr. Grumpy in the challenge here. And all the upper cards have nicknames. To be honest, I pretty much call the Emperor and the Hierophant the same thing. Mr. Grumpy and Mr. Grumpy Pants. They're really not that far apart. You know, it's just the Hierophant tends to be a little nicer, but he's still just as stubborn. still just as insistent that it's his way, right? And the Emperor says, my way, just more obvious. So the permission element here was in the challenge. We did not give permission. Somebody didn't. The one or the both of you. And in order to take that slow growing sexual attraction to this person and make it obvious and actually say yes to it, make it happen. As far as I can tell, it didn't. Show me that Hierophant, please, in the challenge. The High Priestess, you felt it. Okay, the King of Cups, your intuition felt it. The Fool. It felt like your heart, not just your sex, but your heart was headed in that direction too. We wanted to, if we're being honest here, intuitively, you could feel your sexual energy as well as your emotional energy, the King of Cups. That's all about the heart. You can't get a bigger heart than that. You felt your heart opening up more and more towards this person in terms of, I'm going to take a risk. It didn't happen. We couldn't give ourselves permission, but you desired it, and you felt intuitively that your heart was opening up more and more towards this person. The sexual energy, perhaps you had a hard time coming to terms with that. That was why it's under your moon. That your attraction for them was growing, but we didn't want to look at that. What you could feel was that your heart was opening up more towards them as time went by. And yet, the commitment to this, whatever this is, really seeing it and declaring it and experiencing it for what it was, remained without permission, as far as I can tell. We couldn't commit to fully opening ourselves up towards this person as much as you were inclined to, and you felt it at the intuitive level. Okay. And you are intuitive. And you might have some very strong water in your chart, particularly Scorpio. And like, well, I mean, honey, look at all this power energy. Does it even matter at this point? Does it even matter at this point? Oh my. And if it wasn't you, it was them. If they were... Whoever represents that Hierophant, it could literally have been Taurus. They might have intuitively feeling that their heart was opening up, but they couldn't give themselves permission to act on it. Okay. So you were both kind of... Somebody... I'm going to go ahead and take a guess it was both of you. I'm just going to go... There's no way it wasn't both of you. There's just no fucking way. There's no way. Somebody felt intuitively that their heart space was opening up more and more and wanting more and more permission to take that risk, to move it forward. Emotionally, physically, both. But we couldn't do it. We couldn't get the permission. We couldn't commit to the decision. Okay? The inclination was strong, and it grew up on the both of you over time. It was a private thing. We didn't really want to look at it, because you two are such strong-willed people, right? Nothing could happen. It's otherwise beautiful energy. This is absolutely beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Somebody could feel the expansion of their heart. They felt it intuitively, and it became more and more of a risk to open up. Kind of like raising the stakes over time. Okay. Some of the Ace of Wands, please, for this person. Oh, my. I thought Gemini gave me a complicated one. Libra's like, nope. Hold my beer. I got one for you. Oh, boy, yes, you do. Ace of Wands. Show me the Ace of Wands. Dare I look? Dare I look? Show me the Ace of Wands, please. To rekindle, to not to rekindle. They feel separated from you. From the feeling, I don't know. Let's take a look. Show me the Ace of Wands. Two of Swords. Three of Swords. Ace of Wands. You're confused. Confused and in pain. They have shown me the Ace of Wands twice. Confusion and pain about the intensity of their feelings for you. That it causes them mental stress. Fear of rejection. What if I do? What if I don't? And then if somebody's in a commitment, which, again, given all this energy I'm seeing, there's a chance that that might be. But fear of causing harm. Conflicted by one's intensity of feelings. Overthinking it, shutting it down. It's kind of like, are they in pain because they didn't? Or are they in pain that they had those feelings at all? It hurts. And then fear, of course, of causing harm. But the desire burns very strongly in this person. For you. And there is still a sense in this person to rekindle. Five of Pentacles, please. Their energy towards you. They recognize the break. Show me the Five of Pentacles, please. Show me the Five of Pentacles, please. Five of Cups. Pain, rejection, sadness, abandonment, hurt. Three of Cups. They want to reconnect despite the pain. But they don't talk about it. Four of Swords. It's pretty honest. It is pretty honest. They recognize the break from you. They don't seem to contest it. They don't. It's grieving with the Five of Cups. Those are the two hardest fives. Five of Wands is easy. I can handle that. Anybody can handle some arguing and backbiting and bullshit. Five of Swords, not great, of course. That's more like pain yet to be discovered. But the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups is very active. It's very active pain. Sadness, disappointment. One is physical abandonment, the other one is emotional abandonment. Sadness, no matter how you look at it. They recognize it. They don't contest it. I think they understand why. They either did it or you did. And even still, despite the pain, they would like to come back together. Under what guise or what form, I don't know. I just see it as their energy. It's like a thread of desire and hope that runs alongside the pain. It's not like it's a plan. It's just a feeling. It's a feeling they have. They would still like to reconnect. But they don't talk about it. Four of Swords. That's still up here. And in here. There is a fear of causing pain. I don't know if they had bigger feelings for you. I know that they burned very strongly for you. And it's for that very reason, perhaps it made them uncomfortable. But there is a fear of rejection here. And that means either rejection of their passion, which I don't know that you would have, but they either feared you rejecting their passion, or they feared that through the intensity of their own passion, they would hurt someone else, especially if someone's in a commitment. So that's up to you to figure out. Okay? Perhaps it's both. Perhaps it's both. It still runs through them, the hope. I don't know who experienced such a strong sense of emotional expansion, but they couldn't give themselves permission to express it or take off towards it or act on their feelings. It was probably the both of you to a little bit. I just know that you, against your own kind of knowledge, because it was under the moon, you, Libra, I believe specifically felt your sexual ease with this person get stronger, even if it didn't express itself very obviously. You're telling me you got more physically comfortable with them, even if sex wasn't involved. And it was kind of like perhaps it was a matter of time. You know, no matter how stubborn, pig-headed, and determined and disciplined we are, because you're both very disciplined. It kind of felt like maybe at the end of the day it was headed in that direction. Okay, let's switch on over to the devil here. Show me this devil, show me the devil, show me the devil, show me the devil, show me the devil. What's going on here? Show me the devil, please. 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 Show me the devil. One more. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. I don't know who it is. It could be you. It could be them. I don't know. I really don't know. It could be their reflection on you. It could be a reflection of yourself. I don't know. I would tell you if I could. Somebody has within them an increasing thought, and they've begun to think about it heavily. How can I make this work? And it's come to the point of feeling a little obsessive. How can I put something into this? How can I make it work? How? It's like a puzzle someone's trying to work out. How can I put something into this? Show me the motivation, please. Show me the motivation, please. Show me the motivation, please. What's the motivation here? What is the motivation here to make it work? The Passion, King of Wands. That's intense, man. That's intense. Someone here has a very cool, level-headed, I need to make this work. I'm trying to figure it out. It's that masculine energy again, where it's like, I have to solve this problem. 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 And it's coming from a very cool, detached space. It's like, figure this shit out. They're working it like a fucking puzzle, right? From a very detached place, I can make this work. I can make this work. I can make this work. I can plant this seed. I can figure out how to make this fucking thing grow. I can, and I can. And it's become a kind of obsessive thought. But it's not like obsession towards one person. It's obsession how to figure it out. That's what's interesting to me. It's like a problem somebody here needs to solve, and they've been tinkering with it ever since. A King of Wands to the Knight of Wands. That's some really intense passion, man. And it's swift, and it's unapologetic, and it says, I'm here, very loudly. That's a very loud, I'm here. So behind somebody's cool-headedness and the determination to figure out how to make this work, I asked specifically, what's the motivation? And somebody's burning so hot, honey, they got a fever. Like, that, oh my, that's the King of Wands personal knight. So you don't get much more intensity in terms of passion, direction, swiftness. So behind that coolness and I got to work through this and figure this puzzle out. Behind it is an energy that's so hot. There's a heat in it that I can't even begin to quantify. It's loud. But the thing is that this person isn't loud. Or somebody isn't. It's either you or them. Somebody here isn't loud. But they keep their head down and they work on this problem. And they work on this problem. And they work on this problem. And behind it is a F-ton of energy that is charged, highly sexual, and says, oh, I'm showing the fuck up for this. Oh, I'm showing up for this. Oh, I'm showing up for this. I'm here. I'm here. Woo. That's fascinating. Behind that coolness, that level-headedness, I'm going to solve the problem. I'm going to solve the problem. So much heat. So much heat. I kind of want to know if they're going to solve the problem. To be honest, I mean, I shouldn't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to figure it out because I'm so mentally wrapped up in this person's inner workings that it's like, are they going to solve the problem? Like, I don't. It's so intense. It's so focused. It's so masculine driven. It's like, because that's Knight of Cups for some of you. Incoming message, I know. Oh my. That's just, it's, whether or not it'll happen, I don't know. I do see some 3D energy. And it is coming through as that determination. I'm going to start something. And I'm going to cultivate it. And I'm going to keep my eye on it. And I'm going to make it grow a certain way. God damn it. Something like that. And behind that motivation is such a... Oh... Ooh, okay. It's like that. It's ooh. I don't know that. I don't see them fixated on you. I see them fixate. I mean, don't. Somebody's on the receiving end of that passion. Don't get me wrong, but I mean fixated in terms of I need to solve the problem. Bye. I don't know if I keep going on, honey. I don't know if I do. I don't know. This is one of the most intense ones I've done in a long time. Oh my. It's, God, you know what it is? It's like somebody, the both of you demonstrated this very clear to me, but somebody's energy is like, I'm always in control. I'm always calm, and I'm fucking tired of it. I'm always in control of myself, my impulses. I'm always in control of my passion. I'm always in control. I'm always having to be responsible. Somebody wants to break that fucking energy out really bad. Oh my. Let's see if you are on the receiving end of this. Show me that Queen of Swords, please. You. Show me that Queen of Swords, please. Two of Swords, Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles. You're not, this hasn't even intercepted you yet. This has not even intercepted you yet. You're still going through your own processes. They look at the break and feel it, so do you. You're actually angry with yourself. And that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. You're conflicted. You're showing me conflict within yourself. So Five of Wands tends to be external, arguing, bullshit, blah, 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 backbiting. This is coming from within. You're looking at the Five of Pentacles in your own way, and you're frustrated. You're very frustrated, and it confuses you. Sometimes you know why you did it, and other times you feel like you don't know why. I think it was you. They seem to be acknowledging it without contest. You're looking at it as in, I didn't want to have to do this, and I'm angry with myself, and I'm frustrated, and it confuses me to this day. What the hell is good? So you don't know anything about this. You're still over here just kind of like, I'm angry that it got to this point. I'm angry that I disconnected. I'm angry that I had to at all, and it still confuses me. It's your sexual frustration is here. The frustration and confusion surrounding the break is here. And that's normal. That's all right. That's normal. You're angry. You don't know what the hell happened sometimes. I want to see that just a little bit more. I want to push it just a little bit more. There's the blockage. Queen of Cups. Okay. You, Seven of Cups, you really felt like you were listening to your heart, though. When you blocked this, as much as it angered you or frustrated you and it confused you, you still kind of abided by the principles of your heart. You felt that you had to block it. Okay. Your Queen of Cups is here demanding your attention. It's not just about how you were frustrated, Libra, and how confusing this situation or this person was. The fact of the matter is, when you blocked, you were acting from your heart, and that was the biggest part of you. So I need you to take that with you. The Seven of Cups, you understood that the feelings between you two were too confusing, and you didn't know what was going on. Okay. Somebody here distinctly felt the expansion of their heart, so perhaps that was you, and you didn't understand what their feelings were. Perhaps that expansion of the heart and getting more and more acclimated to taking a risk towards you was them, and they didn't know what your feelings were. I strongly suspect, though, given the strength of conviction that you're showing me in your heart, you felt that you did in your best interest to block it, because it was too confusing, too sexually frustrating, and the connection itself, you didn't know what the hell they were feeling, I believe. It was too much confusion, not enough clarity. Okay. I believe. Show me this Page of Cups. Show me this Page of Cups, please. Show me that Page of Cups, please. Show me that Page of Cups. Show me that Page of Cups, please. Show me that Page of Cups. I mean, I don't think that's you, but that could be you. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, I strongly suspect you both have Libras in your chart. But somebody here has got damn strong Earth. Ay, ay, ay. Ten of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. It's still there, man. It's still there. It's this person. I thought it was, and it is. That Page of Cups trying to get the heart to kind of extend outwards outside of themselves to say something. And they're angry and frustrated and pissed off too. They are weighed down by many things. The feelings and things were growing in them too. It was also slow for them too. And it kind of created a burden, I believe, in their heart space. It caused somebody conflict, and I believe it was them. What they began to feel and experience with you became as frustrating to them as it was to you. And yet, despite all that, they would still like to reconnect. Twice. Despite the pain and the confusion and that overwhelming sense between the two of you about what the fuck's going on, they would still like to reconnect. You're not thinking of it that way because I believe it was you that blocked. Okay? So you have no reason to feel this way. You are mad at yourself and you're frustrated by the situation, emotionally and sexually. Okay? And I believe you blocked for both reasons. They're like, yeah, well, despite all that bullshit, there's something about this person's energy I like a lot. I don't know why. I don't know why, but there's something about this person's energy I like, because even underneath the pain and the frustration they have, there's still like, but I would still want to reconnect. Okay, despite all the bullshit between us, I still want to reconnect, and there's something about that that I admire. But you're both showing me heavy amounts of upper level responsible disciplined energy. That's half the problem right there. You're both very much in control and very much disciplined. Perhaps someone a little too much, that their energy sometimes swings hard in the other direction, and they kind of want to eschew all that sense of restriction and discipline and just fucking go with it, so much so that it hurts. It's got to be a scary feeling when you're always in control. To suddenly feel the loss of it has to be a scary thing, but we also desire it for that same reason. And you two clearly confront each other's control issues. You two clearly confront and push against each other's discipline values, things like that. But when you two separate, when you two are individuals and you're not having to be so strong in front of each other, you show me, the both of you, a great deal of humanness. I'm hurt and I'm confused. I want you. You want me. Neither one of us says it. Neither one of us speaks to it. Neither one of us acts on it. But I want you. Rock in a hard place. Mm-hmm. Rock in a hard place. But yeah, it's admirable in their own way. Whether or not they will extend that page, I do not know. It's not that you just blocked, honey. It's more than that. If somebody really wants to connect or reconnect with you, they'll figure it out. And maybe that's what they're doing over here. Maybe that's what they're doing over here. It's not... block is just a form of protection. It's... very rarely do people mean like, oh, fuck you, I hate you, go to hell. Very rarely is that it. It's typically, I'm not in a space where I can speak. And because I can't, I don't want to try, and I don't want to be tempted. That's typically where most blockage comes from. I can attest to that. And I think most people can. So if somebody really wants to reach out, connect, reconnect, they'll figure it out. I don't think it's you. And that's not a diss on this person. This person generally wants to reconnect, but whether or not they will, I don't know. And maybe that's what they're thinking about. Because that's a lot of fucking energy, man. Whew. What you have to offer is a lot. Ace of Pentacles, it's under your sexual strengths. You know this. You put a lot of value and worth into yourself, as you should. You have a strong respect of self. I don't think you expected the depth of what grew over time, and I think that once you started to suspect it, you tried to ignore it. Somebody here is marked with a very strong heart and a very strong sense of intuition, but there was no permission given to cross that barrier, to express those feelings. Okay. Seven of Wands, standing up for what you're worth. Yes. Okay. It's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. It's not an easy thing, what you did. You had to stand up for what you believe in. And you have a very strong sense to family, roots, community, foundation principles. You put a lot of faith in that. And that's kind of what you stand by. In your sexual energy, and into the greater extent that is you. You kind of put your worth and your value at the forefront of everything that you do. When you put yourself into something, you put yourself into something. And then you defend it at all costs. Sorry, for many of you, your homes were off limits. Here we have the home structure. And the Ten of Pentacles in this deck, Seven of Wands being defensive, boundaries, reinforcement, standing up for what we believe in. Many of you people very rarely cross the threshold of your home. Because you know what it's worth and you don't just allow anyone in. And there's something about that that you reflect upon when it comes to this person. And it stresses you out. Or perhaps how far they went into your home stresses you out. For others of you, it causes you stress sometimes that you're constantly having to reinforce your worth and your value when you wish sometimes you could just be more relaxed with this person or anyone else. Again, you're both showing me a strong sense of discipline to the point that, you know, always having to be right, always having to have things a certain way tends to freak the both of you out when something asks you to change or to be flexible. And the fact that you have so much responsibility attached to you, I know they experience this in their own way. It's like I'm always having to put the best of myself and my intentions forward at all times, and I can't ever let that slip. Because my worth is so high, because my value is so high, I have to constantly defend it, and it's like I can't ever just relax and be in love with somebody, right? I can't ever just relax and give my sexual energy to someone. I want to, I could do, but it has to mean something so much more. So your sense of obligation sometimes really stresses you out, but it's also, in your estimation, worth fighting for. It's kind of like the duality of the thing. You wish you had the luxury of just being in love, right? You wish you had the luxury of just falling in love, having a liaison, just going out there, meeting with somebody, connecting real quick. You wish sometimes that was your luxury, but it's not. You value yourself very much, and you sometimes wonder if perhaps that's what gets in your way. Yet, nevertheless, you stand by your decision. They have a very similar process. Worth, responsibility, discipline. They hate it too. But it's also part of who they are. And somebody here, when they swing hard in the other direction, they can. Or want to. Oh my. Ace of Cups is in the challenge. The love. What about the love? Was it there or not there? Somebody felt intuitively their heart was expanding outward, but they wouldn't give themselves permission. That's all I know. The Ace of Cups plays in the challenge. The Ace of Cups plays in the challenge. The Ace of Cups plays in the challenge. Ace of Cups plays in the challenge. Ace of Cups plays in the challenge. What about the heart space? Two of Pentacles, confusion, Four of Wands, relationship, death. It's unclear about whether or not you two had a relationship that was worth waiting for. And that, if anything, would ever actually change. Standing in our power, willing to make radical change. Somebody being willing to free themselves. There was a lot of confusion surrounding what you two were in. What were you in? Were you in anything at all? Was it just a bunch of sexual tension? Or was there something in there? Oh, if you two don't know that by now, then you really two are stubborn jackasses. No, there was something here, honey. It was here the whole time. It's just neither one of you would give yourselves permission to see it or fully experience it. Emotionally, and as far as I could tell, sexually. I know you felt at some point that it was headed in that direction, but you didn't want to look at it. Same with the heart, really. Where you understood your feelings for this person were too big for not having a relationship with them, a real one. I'm guessing that's the real thing here. I think you did the right thing. I do. Even if you do kick yourself for it, ultimately you had to abide by the laws of your heart. I feel too much, and I don't know what the hell this is. And there's a good chance we'll never have a relationship, a real one. Especially if someone's in another commitment. And there's a good chance one of you is. And there's confusion about that. Who's in what? What does it look like? I don't know. Your heart space. Do they still love someone else? Did they ever love me? What did we have exactly? What do they have exactly? Somebody has something where it doesn't make sense and it's confusing. Is it a relationship or is it not? So that was the fundamental dynamic between you two. Do we actually have a relationship or not? Because the heart doesn't show up even though the feelings are there. And the sex doesn't show up even though the inclination is there. Because I can see you both hurt at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you've had your nights where you cry. And at the end of the day, they had nights where they cried. You're actually both very soft, gentle, vulnerable people when you're by yourself. But when you're together, sit up and fly right. Be your most honorable, disciplined selves. You know what you can do. They have a damn strong idea what they could do. If their feelings for you ever went beyond Ace of Wands and Three of Cups, I could not say. They understand that there was a consequence attached to it if it went further. So that means they may not have explored their feelings further. Baseline, they knew they had Ace of Wands with you and they would still like to. And that they have Three of Cups with you and they would still like to. Even if it is a pain in the ass. And I agree with you. You need more to understand if this is a relationship. Because you do know what you have. They do too. But decisions have to be made. Decisions have to be made. Are you technically in a relationship? No, you're not. 3D? No, you're not in a technical relationship. Spiritually? Emotionally? Yeah. But that doesn't cut the mustard in the real world, does it? I don't know what our feelings are, and we probably shouldn't have them. I don't know if you are technically in a relationship or not. I'm guessing not. So maybe what our feelings are at the end of the day don't matter. That's layer 1. Layer 2 is that there's a relationship here outside the two of you that maybe isn't, I don't know, over. And is there feeling in it? I don't know. Perhaps you know, perhaps you don't. I can't tell the way your two's connectivity pattern suggests that you didn't go deep. What you experienced was deep, but not this. Show me the Ace of Swords, please. Show me the Ace of Swords. Switch. Strength. Some of you are dealing with Leo. We try to move on, but we still feel the pain. Show me the Ace of Swords, please. Ace of Swords, please. Show me the Ace of Swords. What is the truth? Justice, you. Queen of Pentacles. The Hierophant, there they are again. There they are again. Heavy Taurus energy, but there you are too with Justice. I need a second to clarify that further. Justice, Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Truth here. Those two repeating powerful energies. The truth is you two could come together in that way. And for those of you, that Queen of Pentacles represents the one between you. I don't know. I'm not saying whoever that is in the way. What I'm saying is that Capricorn. For some of you, that there is a Capricorn involved as well as Taurus. There's too many cooks in the kitchen, honey. There's too many cooks in the kitchen. Okay. We still have very strong feelings. This person has very strong feelings to you, but someone is clearly tied and indebted to someone else. So I'm not saying I don't know what their situation is. You probably don't either. That was layer 2. I don't know. I don't know if that relationship or whatever that is in or out or what. The truth is, someone stands between you two, but they're not an interference. It's the partner, it's the person. Somebody, I believe, has a life with the other person. Whether or not there's love in that union, whether or not there's passion in that union, I don't know. You probably don't either. And if that is the case, when you felt your feelings rising for this person, and you felt your sexual energy rise for this person, and you consulted the truth of your heart, you knew what you had to do. Someone is still very much indebted and obligated to someone else. There's just too many cooks in this kitchen. What you actually mean to this person, I don't know. Neither do you. They never told you. That's probably why they accepted the ending with a kind of sadness and frustration. It was the conclusion. It was a conclusion. That doesn't mean they were happy about it, and that doesn't mean they're willing to accept it. Not spiritually or energetically, but they knew. There's too much fear of pain to open up into a new way, into a new life. Somebody's not comfortable taking risks or opening up or etc. I don't want to push further. I just wanted to know if they loved you. I just wanted to know if they loved you beyond the Three of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Because you were so much more, and I think you would deserve that much. But I can't see it. And they probably can't either. To love you would probably go outside this person's sense of do-rightness. So let me make this clear. I saw two strong-willed people, and I see why. You both were. For the same reason. The Hermit, King of Cups, Ace of Swords. That's you healing your heart. Or them possibly understanding what their feelings are for you. They opened up this person with that energy as well. Their feelings for you are a truth that they have to sort out for themselves. And ask themselves why they felt so much intensity towards you. Why did they gravitate towards you with so much strength and feeling? Because you felt right to them even if they couldn't see it. And here's the active acknowledgement, or rather refusing to acknowledge it. But here's the strength of feeling that we can't define. They couldn't understand what they were experiencing with you intellectually, but they felt it strongly. Even if they didn't have the words to use it. Okay. Let's see if that page drops. I don't know. I see it. And they would still reconnect with you even if it is a right pain in their ass and it hurts. But I don't know if they will. If they're clever enough and they really want to work it out like the puzzle, that I do believe it's them. They're a big boy. They're a big girl. They'll figure it out. But the thing is, even if they do, honey, the situation stands thusly. Someone is either emotionally available or they're not. Someone can either offer you the best of themselves or they cannot. Critical time, please. That was messy. Here's the swords. The truth again. Here's the swords. There's the page again. There's the page. There's the page. For some of you, a couple months, weeks, a month, maybe. If that page drops, I don't think it'll be tomorrow. Possibly weeks. It is quite the puzzle. Quite possibly not till Pisces season, or the 18th specifically. The 15th is important. The 10th, the 25th. Or that Capricorn energy. Goodness gracious. That's swords. Yes. It came out in reverse, all of them. It has the potential to come out of the ending, and it all rests on a page. And someone's inclination to really want to make this work, but they need to understand the reasons why. It's not really to do with lust. Lust is easy. Lust is easily dismissed. Does this look like it was easily dismissed? Honey, I turned down lust 20 times a fucking day. It means nothing. It means nothing. I'm not trying to brag, it just is. It means nothing. Want is nothing. Lust is nothing. You know, you've had enough years behind you, you realize that shit doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. This is a little bit more than that. It's a little more than that. Quite a bit. Yeah, but there's too many. There's too many cooks in this kitchen. Too many personalities. You're both do right, stand up right people, disciplined, self-controlled, etc. But when you're both alone, you're both fragile. And you're both sad. And you're both hurt. I don't think either one of you sees that in each other. You're probably thinking about the other one that they don't give a damn. That would be my guess. Not true. Is there potential for both of you? Yes. Does it require a lot of change? Yeah. Someone's heart got sunk whether they liked it or not. The anchor is now in the heart. Somebody's heart got sunk. They didn't mean it to. They didn't mean it to at all. And that's what somebody here is learning. I believe, if I'm being honest, this is them. And I'll tell you why. You already opened up with, I believe, with the High Priestess and the King of Cups, you knew your heart for this person had expanded dramatically over time. And that your sexual energy was getting more comfortable with them. It wasn't acted on, but you felt it increasing towards them. Your heart was already blasting open. You already learned your stuff. They opened up with the Hierophant and the Hermit. Even though it started out over here, that's who they are. It's a truth about their heart. What they were really feeling with you, what they learned from it, and how big their feelings were. That's something they'll have to learn. The Infinity Loop. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm sure there's soul bond stuff in here. I can't even begin to address half this energy, honey. I could spin portions out of this for hours. The Eiffel Tower. For some of you, that's important. Well, in sexual energy, that does, of course, possibly represent the erection, but also the height of romanticism. It doesn't get much stronger than this. It doesn't get much stronger than this. The Eiffel Tower. For some of you, Paris might be important in your future, or it was in your past. The letter Q. The camel, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, as well as the diamond. Conservative with our worth, conservative with our value, conservative with our emotions. Yeah, you both were. Okay. T. Frog with a coin in its mouth, prosperity. Yes, I can see you being very prosperous, and you do know your worth. In fact, you're very hyper aware of it, and that's one of the reasons that increases your sense of responsibility. Dragon, Aries, Leo, Sag. Just hoping to get more letters. Medallions. Aquarius. The four-leaf clover, luck of the Irish. W. Big dollar bill. I know money's involved here. Property, prosperity, money. That's all in here. Gecko, Aries, Leo, Sag. W, I mean, not that, I already said that, I'm sorry. The arrow of Sag. Striking home, striking true. Okay. Okay. I was doing a really good job, Libra. I was doing a really good job of keeping this latest round at about an hour. I was doing good. Yours required more work, and like I said, honestly, if I'm being honest with you, I'm just getting started. But I can't. The energies, there's too many, and they're too big. It's so interesting because at the end of the day, and I seriously doubt you know this about them, and I seriously doubt the crescent moon, by the way. The next crescent moon might be interesting. Wish upon a star. You two, at the end of the day, when you're just your individual selves and you're not having to be so firm around each other and restricted and disciplined and controlled, you're both actually regular human beings that hurt. And you miss each other. I promise you, you had your nights of crying, so did they. But you two are such badass in front of each other. Neither one of you probably suspects it. I don't know. There's a lot of work to do here. I do not know if you reconnect. It's a possibility. All things are possible. I know that they want to. And in your own way, you do too. But not at the sacrifice of your worth. And for them, not at the sacrifice of hurting someone else. There's a lot between you that suggests yes, you could have it all. But it requires time and change, and willingness to change, and sacrifices, things like that. They really like your breast, by the way. I just now got that. This whole fucking time I've been reading sexual tarot, and it's like, oh, they really like your breast. Now, it could be the other way around. You might really like theirs, but that was so prominent right now. It's the first time I actually saw something that was affectionate outside the pain and the discipline. Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, wow. We've thought about that 1,000 times. Somebody has. Somebody has. Well, about 1,000 times. Fully. Oh, wow. Somebody has thought about that a lot. And their neck. Kissing the neck. Okay, that's enough. A little late in the game, Spirit, but thank you. I appreciate that. Put in the comments, honey. The next round of Intimate Tarot will not be for 3 weeks, but our regular schedule of general readings, okay, they'll be every 2 weeks like always. I don't know what I will see in the next round. The next round are the general overviews, again, approximately 2 weeks from now. Your sign. I don't know. I pushed it as far as I could, honey. I think you know that. I hope you understand. Time is yet to fully play out in this thing. And it's funny because I keep seeing Virgo as well as Taurus here, and I know I distinctly told Virgo. I know I did, because theirs left such a strong impression, similar to yours. And that was the mid-month, January. I actually remember it. I think I said something to the effect of, this will either take its place among the stars or it will be forgotten. This has a very similar feel to it. It has the strength to be so much or forgotten to time. I don't know. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.